Hello guys, welcome back for Basic Python tutorial number 9, where we're going to talk about loops. Now in Python you have two basic loops. You have your while loops and you have your for loops. Now the first one we're going to go ahead and get into is the while loops. So to do this we're going to go ahead and just do a very basic one, and then I'll explain how it works after we make it. So first of all, we're going to set count, and we're going to put that to equal 1. Alright, now we're going to do a while loop. While count is greater than or equal to, right, well, it's less than or equal to 10, then, and what this does, this sorry guys. Anywho, after the colon, then we're going to go ahead and it'll go into a what's called an extra block here. And what this does is this, or it's called a body, and what it is it's saying to the coding that you're putting a while count here, and while this is happening you have to be doing something, because otherwise you'll have an infinite loop and it won't do anything. Now what we want it to do is we want it to print count, which means that each time it goes through count it's going to print what count currently is onto the command. And then we're going to put count plus equals 1. Now this statement is necessary because if you don't increase count to where it will make this statement eventually false, it's going to just continually looping for forever until either your computer runs out of memory and crashes, or you terminate the program. Whatever you do, you have to stop it completely, because otherwise it's in an infinite loop and it'll just continue going and going and going. Alright, now as you can see I've finished up the code and it printed each one to the screen, and what it did was each time it went through here and it said, okay, count is equal to 1. Well, count is less than or equal to 10, which if it's 1 it's less than or equal to 10. Print count. So it printed what count was, which is 1. Then count plus or equals 1, which means that we just added 1 to whatever count was, turning it to 2. Now it's going to go back to the beginning of the while loop, and while count is less than or equal to 10, which it is still less than. So it will go ahead and go through it again, and so on and so forth until it reaches to where this is now no longer true. And then it's done. And as you saw, it stopped at 10 just like it should. Now your comparison descriptions in Python or any programming languages are all about the same. You have your less than, you have your less than or equal to, you have your greater than, you have your greater than or equal to, you have your equal to, which is two equal equality marks, and then you have your not equal, which means that you want it to not ever equal that. Now those are your different comparison operators. So now I'm going to show you a for loop that's going to do the exact same thing that this one did. So we're going to go ahead and do for count in range, and range is a built-in function in Python that basically just creates a range of integers. And in this case we want it to start at 1, so we're going to type in 1, but we want it to end at 10. So to get a range to end at 10, you have to go ahead and write in 11, because the range, just like your indexes, is when you're pulling from your indexes, it's the same thing where you have to go to that next spot higher or the next spot over, or it's going to stop before you wanted it to. And now that we have that in, we're going to go ahead and put our colon back in there, and then we're just going to simply put print count. And now it'll do the same thing. Now if you noticed in this one, we didn't have to increment count, because in a for loop, automatically when it comes back to the for loop, it adds one to whatever your integer is that you're running through. You don't have to tell it explicitly to add that. It'll add that automatically for you. So that's your while loops and your for loops. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into other things after this. But that's it for this episode, guys, and I hope you enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. If not, give me a thumbs down, and please leave comments, whether good or bad, and I'll read them and take them into consideration. Thank you, guys.